Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another video. This video is about feeling lonely. So how to stop feeling lonely, or how to start feeling better if you're currently feeling lonely. So the first important thing to mention now is that feeling lonely and being alone are two different things. And very often we think that we are lonely because we are alone. These are two different things. So being alone means we are physically here by ourselves and there are no other physical presences around us. So there are no people around us. No one is around us. So that means we are alone. And feeling lonely has nothing to do with the fact that we are physically alone in this space. Feeling lonely is the feeling that we have inside of us. So it's our personal feeling. We can be, and this shows that these two things are two distinct things, two different things. We can be in a room full of people and feeling lonely. And also we can be alone physically and not feel lonely. We can feel happy, fulfilled, and be alone. So this is the first important distinction to make. Because very often we think that we are lonely because we don't have people around us. So we say, I'm lonely, I don't have my family with me. I'm lonely, I don't have a boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't have friends, so that's why I'm lonely. No, you are not lonely because there are no physical presences around you. You are lonely because you have this feeling of loneliness inside of you. And when you have this feeling of loneliness inside of you, other people can appear physically. They will not remove this feeling. Now, other people, being around people can be some kind of distraction from our own feeling. So when we don't like feeling lonely, we might run and search for people that we can be around all the time. So we would distract ourselves from this feeling because we don't like to feel this feeling, because we don't like to feel lonely. So we think, okay, if I go and always go out and with friends and party and always keep myself busy around people, then I will not feel lonely. No, this will just distract your attention from the feeling to the external world. So then you'll be paying attention to what people are saying, what is happening, but the feeling will still be there. So we might be chasing to be around people, so this serves as a distraction to distract us, shift our focus from our feeling to then something happening, something amusing, funny, or fun happening on the outside. So that's what we pay attention to. But that will not make the feeling go away. We go back home and you feel the same old feeling. So that proves to us that just being around people physically does not remove this feeling. And equally, why we might be chasing to be around people when we feel lonely is because, this is very important, it's because we are hoping that those people will help us, give us this feeling that we feel a lack of, that they will give us what we feel a lack of inside of us that is causing us to feel lonely. For example, we're hoping that they will show us some love because we feel a lack of love inside of us. We feel that we are not loved. So if they give us this love, so this lack of love inside of us, so we're not feeling lovable, we're not feeling love, so this is why we feel lonely. And we are hoping if we're around people, they will give us this thing that we feel a lack of inside of us that is causing us to feel lonely. For example, I mentioned love. It could be appreciation. If we are running to be around people and we crave for this appreciation from other people, so they could give it to us and it would fill in this lack of appreciation that we feel. We don't feel appreciated. And that is what is causing this loneliness. Another example is maybe you don't feel significant. So if you are around people and you are craving to be given some evidence of your significance, of you being significant, so you want to get this affirmation from other people that you are significant. So you're hoping, because you don't feel significant, so you feel lonely because of that, then you're hoping being around people will give you this proof, this feeling that yes, you see, they are showing you, you are significant. So you're hoping that will fill this lack of significance that you feel inside of you that is causing this loneliness. Loneliness is basically us being detached from our own feeling of being lovable, significant, feeling that we matter, our own feeling of appreciating ourselves. So, loneliness is actually, we are not missing other people in our life. We are missing our own connection with our own feeling that we are lovable, significant, that we matter, our own appreciation, that we are appreciated, our own appreciation for ourselves. So we feel detached from our own feeling of appreciation, lovability, feeling that we matter, and we want others to confirm to us that we are significant. So we hope they would somehow fill in this lack that we are feeling. So that's why we are lonely. The presence of other people, even if they give us some compliments, appreciation, they confirm to us that we are significant, it is short term. And you know this if you've tried. I've tried it. If you deep down inside don't feel that you're lovable, people can tell you I love you, you'll not believe them. Or you'll believe them for 3 seconds and you'll go straight back into feeling lonely. It's because it cannot come from the other person. You have to reconnect yourself with your own feeling that you're lovable, significant, that you matter. These feelings that you were born with. And then things happen in your life that put these layers of doubt, layers of low self-esteem, layers of self-criticism that basically detach you from your own feeling that you're lovable, worthy, significant, that you matter. And all these layers of negative beliefs and negative self-talk that you have adopted in your childhood, most probably, they are like this buffer zone between you and these feelings that you were born with. So this connection, you're not completely connected with your own feeling of lovability, of how much you're lovable, significant. And this is why you're lonely. Other people cannot give you this connection back. You have to give yourself this connection back. You have to reclaim it. So I'm not saying, so I'll tell you how to do this, but first, one important thing. I'm not saying you don't need anyone in your life. You don't need anyone. You and only you. No, that's not what I'm saying. We are social beings Actually, one of our basic needs is to feel that we are belonging to a community, that we are contributing to a community, and that we are a valuable member of the community, that we have some gift that we are sharing with the community, that we are precious to the community. So we absolutely need connection. That's one of our basic needs. But what I'm saying is, do not go into the community with this feeling of lack and expect that community to fill it for you, because they can't do that. Even if they wanted to, they cannot do that. You have to reclaim your own connection with your own feeling of feeling lovable, significant, feeling that you matter, represented by this. The lack of all this connection is represented by this feeling of loneliness. So acknowledge that, yes, it's brilliant to have other people in your life. It's super nice. But you don't go out into the community like a beggar, like someone who has a lack of something and someone needs to give it to you constantly, because they give it to you, you get satisfied for a few seconds, and then you need more of it because you feel that it didn't really resolve the deeply rooted feeling. It did not cover it up. It did not help remove it. So that's why you need more and more and more of this validation from the community, love from the community, and so on. So you will not get it out there. You have to get it here. You have to reclaim it inside of you. What do I mean by that? How do you do that? Instead of going out there, as I said, like I don't mean this in a kind of diminishing way, but what I'm saying is, you don't go out there and you want other people to give these things to you, because it's even unfair to other people to expect them to do this for you. They didn't ask for it. They didn't sign up for this. In friendships, people didn't sign up for this to constantly give you validation. Do it for yourself. First of all, they did not sign up for that. It's not their responsibility. And second of all, you need to do it for yourself. So cut the middleman. Instead of expecting others to give this to you, you give it to yourself. Instead of expecting others. So how do we reconnect with this deep feeling of feeling lovable that will remove this feeling of loneliness? Instead of expecting from others to give it to you, you do it for yourself. Cut the middleman. Whatever you wanted that other person in front of you to give you so you would feel less lonely, you do it for yourself. And it'll be much more efficient. When you do it, it is true. It feels true. It feels good. That's exactly what your soul and your brain was waiting for. So, every single day, talk to yourself. If you feel lonely, sit down with yourself and say, I feel lonely because I have no friends. And then if you have no friends, what does that mean? Well, I cannot talk to anyone. So if I cannot talk to anyone, they can't give me this feeling of warm feeling of belonging, that I'm worthy, that I have connection. Oh, so you like connection. You like connection. So what can you say to yourself so you feel connected with yourself? You can say to yourself, I care about you. Literally, you can look at, it sounds silly really, but it's very efficient. You can look at yourself in the mirror and you can say to yourself, I see you. I love you for who you are. And some people cannot even do this. It's really difficult. But try it. The effect is magical. What do you need? Connect with your own needs. So this feeling of connection, give it to yourself. What can you say to yourself so you feel connected with your own wants and needs and what you love, what you don't like? Ask yourself, okay, I feel connected with my own wants and needs. What can I do for myself today so I feel connected with my feelings? What is this thing that is going to make me feel love myself more, that I can do for myself? Say to yourself every single day in front of a mirror, I love you just the way you are. And yes, I can go and become better and go to the gym, become more fit or improve some skills, but I love myself just the way I am right now. I appreciate myself. Say to yourself, you're significant, you matter. Start saying to yourself that you matter to you. This feeling of loneliness, if behind it there's this feeling that we are not significant, that we don't matter to anyone, it's because we feel we don't matter ourselves. We don't matter to ourselves. So say to yourself, you matter. You matter to me. Say to yourself in the mirror, you matter to me. And I'm going to do this today to show you how much you matter to me. I love you just the way you are. I see you. I connect with you, with your wants and needs. And see how that feels. Feel how that feels when you say those things to yourself. I'm sure it will help with this feeling of loneliness. So start there. Instead of waiting for other people to give you this thing that you feel a lack of, that manifests as the feeling of loneliness, you give it to yourself. Cut the middleman. You give it to yourself. What do you need to hear from others that will make you feel less lonely? That they love you? Say it to yourself. That they appreciate you? Say it to yourself. Show it to yourself. That you matter, you're significant? Show it to yourself. Say it to yourself. That is exactly what you need, so you would feel better. Others cannot do it for you. You can do it for yourself. So this is the first step for you towards feeling better. So I hope this helps, and I'm wishing you to reconnect with your feeling of feeling lovable and significant, and feeling that you matter, because you absolutely do. All of us do. Sending you a lot of love, and have a beautiful day.